Barkey J. Dog here with another movie review. Just like you, there are times when I hear the siren call of the 1970s. I answered that siren song and found this little paste gem from 1977. That's right, Damnation Alley. A sci-fi schlockfest that features a journey across a post-apocalyptic wasteland that was once called America. This picture was meant to be a big breakout role for Jan Michael Vincent, the guy from Airwolf. He was paid $1 million to star in this, the first time he brought home that kind of pay. Looking back, we might not see it now, but at the time, he was a real up-and-coming star. Sadly, that didn't quite really happen, although he did star in a lot of stuff. Here, he plays a young Air Force officer who's kind of a rebel and brings the cool rebel style to the picture. Also co-starring, we have George Peppard, the guy from the A-Team, and a whole lot of films, too. He's an uptight major, all by the book and stuff, who naturally doesn't get along with Vincent's character. It's funny, he smokes cigars in this, and all I could keep thinking about was, A-Team. And we have Paul Winfield, who went on to appear in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. He was the captain who shoots himself rather than kill Kirk because of the bug Khan put in his ear. There's also a kid picked up along the way, played by Jackie Earle Haley. He's been in a lot of stuff, including the recent Watchmen TV series. For some reason, I always confuse him with Ike Eisenman. I don't know why, just do. They meet a girl along the way, too, played by French actress Dominique Sanda. What the hell she's doing in this thing, I have no idea, but here she is. She's totally fine, but it just seems odd because she has a French accent that keeps slipping out. Now, let's see here. Let's see now. White guy, yeah. White guy, yep. Another white guy, White lady, yeah. Black guy. I wonder, which one will be killed in this movie? Yes. Which one's going to die gruesomely? Yes, I can't tell. It's a real mystery. Yep, it's a real mystery, all right. If I had to guess, which one will wind up dead? I wonder. Finally, the only other familiar face is the perennial bad guy, character actor Robert Donner. You know him, you've seen him in a million things, almost always playing a bad guy. He turns up here as a disfigured hillbilly. It's assumed he has radiation poisoning, but they never actually say. Maybe he just got in a fight, I don't know. But the real star of this picture is the Landmaster, the armored transport vehicle they drive around in. It's often confused for another sci-fi vehicle used in an apocalyptic setting, namely Filmation's TV series Ark II, which was released about the same time as this movie. They're totally different vehicles, though. Designed by Dean Jeffries, the Landmaster had an amazing suspension system and turned not by wheels like a car or truck, but by bending or twisting the center of the vehicle. Turned out the design was robust as all hell and could climb over all kinds of obstacles. They even tested it with a 25-foot jump, and the Landmaster was unscathed. And the tri-wheel hubs are super cool. First time I saw this picture, as a kid, I remember thinking how neat it looked when they flipped around. They did damage one of these hub assemblies during shooting, but they fixed it pretty easily. Just about the only damage the thing took. The vehicle still exists, by the way. It's on display in California. Still runs, too. So the movie starts out at a California missile base. Vincent and Papard are part of a team who handle nuclear missile launches. I liked the opening here, which shows all the levels of security you have to go through to get to the launch control room. Well, sure enough, those dirty Ruskies launch a nuclear sneak attack on the good old USA, and we blast them back. All this nuking around knocks the Earth off its axis, which causes catastrophic disasters across the world. That, combined with the radiation, wipes out most of the population. So, over the 2 years after the disaster, Picard cooks up a plan to build 2 landmasters to travel through what he terms Damnation Alley. 100-mile stretch across the country where people can safely travel through. The only contact they've had is an automated signal from Albany, New York, so that's where they're off to, figuring there's survivors there. But not before the base is accidentally destroyed in a stock footage holocaust that conveniently kills off everyone else on the base but our heroes. So they head off into Damnation Alley, encountering danger from storms and other things. There's a lot of bad effects in this movie, like badly matted giant scorpions. They had mechanical ones, but they look so bad they resorted to trying to mat in some real ones. It doesn't work. And there's a shot of Vincent and Sonda jumping on the motorcycle, which is another bad process shot. Seriously, it was just a simple jump. You'd think they could have just hired a stunt guy to do it. The sky effects are awesome, one of the more memorable visual elements in the picture. And it was an afterthought added later. The effects team shot lasers through various materials to create the lenticular aurora look, and then tinted the shots different colors in post-production. Reportedly, this was one of the first use of lasers for special effects in a movie. It also delayed the release of the film because the process took so long, and unfortunately, several shots are badly synced to the camera movements, so it doesn't always work. The most laughable moment is when they wind up in Salt Lake City and there's nothing organic anywhere. Rubber hoses, tires, car seats, bodies, nothing remains except metal, glass, concrete, and bones. Turns out the town is infested with killer cockroaches, and not just any old cockroaches, but killer cockroaches. So they have to escape from stagehands pulling carpets on strings to simulate a swarm of these killer bugs chasing the heroes. So actually, while they look totally ridiculous, the sort of build-up to them and reveal is pretty good. They used real ones, giant hissing Madagascar cockroaches in close-ups and stuff, but it just doesn't come off in the end. Memorable, though. When the movie aired on TV, they cut out a lot of the cockroach close-ups and added more scenes with the base commander, who, in the theatrical release, has no lines. He's just seen standing around in the main control room. These scenes have never been released outside of the TV version. Interestingly enough, the studio, 20th Century Fox, was betting on this movie over another picture they were making at the same time, called Star Wars. They thought this picture would be a big hit and Star Wars would flop, but as we all know, it turned out the other way around. They developed a sound design platform for Damnation Alley, the first and only film that used what they called Sound 360. Kind of a surround sound process. It was a gimmick and was dropped, never to be seen again. So, is Damnation Alley any good? Well, yes and no. The source material for Damnation Alley was a novel by science fiction author Robert Zelensky, who said he hated the picture. From his point of view, I can see why. So, no, it isn't a good movie, especially considering the bad effect shots, but it is incredibly memorable. The Landmaster is awesome and still beloved today, and Vincent, Papard, and Winfield are great. The movie does have that sort of downbeat feel in places that was a staple of 70s sci-fi classics, such as Soylent Green and Rollerball and The Omega Man. You can see the potential and why the studio thought it was going to be a big hit. I'm going to give it 2 paws up. Okay. I mean, it's probably really a 1-paw movie, but while it may not be good in the 2001 or Citizen Kane way, this is a movie I recommend seeing at least once, especially if you enjoy turkeys. I mean, sometimes that's half the fun. Damnation Alley is a glorious failure. Kinda cool, but kinda dumb. And I guarantee it's a movie you'll remember. It's on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and Amazon Prime. You definitely want to check this one out. Killer cockroaches! I say again, killer cockroaches!